Hey, music lovers, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, Byron Duffin, and I am here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Rio Roundup, and I'm with Miss Lily Grace.
Hey, good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yes.
You are a very unique young lady. You are originally from Australia.
I come from way down south.
Way down south. So, from the Gold Coast of Australia.
Yeah. So I'm from like a little beach town, which is hilarious. And I fell into country music and I moved to America in January. So I'm very new to this world, but I'm very thankful to be here. First NFR, and it is a scene. Everyone is just in this amazing spirit and there's this awesome energy about the city. It's great.
Well, this is the 40th year of the National Finals here in Las Vegas. Now that's just here. So it's gone on. It started in the 50s.
Man.
In Dallas, Texas was the first one, but been here since, for 40 years. And my wife and I have been here 25 years in a row.
Wow.
She's worked for Stetson Clothing Company for the last 18 years. And so Stetson and Roper is a sponsor of the Rio Roundup.
They are. Mm-hmm.
If you get a minute, have you been down to this Stetson booth yet?
I did. It was insane. The queues, because everyone is just so excited about everything.
Did you go to the bargain ballroom?
I walked in there and I saw the queues and I walked straight out.
It's overwhelming, but there's some deals down there. But so you moved here in January. Mm-hmm. How have you been home?
I have. I've been here to see my family a little bit. I go back home for Christmas too, which I can't wait for. So
okay, good. Well, cool. So tell us. So you've had some huge success. You're pretty young. You had a breakout album that went to number one on the album chart, right?
I'm very thankful. I honestly am just doing what I love, and doing what I love, when people embrace it and support it is the biggest blessing ever. I put out my debut album in August of last year, and it was actually the 5th highest selling Australian country album last year, which is crazy.
And it was released in August.
It was released in August
of 24 and was
of 2024. It was the last year, so
2024, but August of but still
I'm still new to the scene.
My goodness.
We're having a great time with it, and honestly I'm living in Nashville now, and that's like Disneyland for country musicians.
I've been
I'm having
Nashville.
a great time writing songs all the time, just meeting all these music people and just growing my artistry. It's been fantastic.
Do you have a record deal in Nashville or a publishing deal?
I don't have a record deal. I have a management deal, so I moved over on that, and I just love my team. They are just my cheerleaders and they believe in me, which is so special. So I'm loving working with them.
Well, cool. So we spent a little bit of time in Nashville, went out and interviewed several songwriters.
When was this?
In April.
Okay.
So they had a huge songwriter festival here in Las Vegas.
Really?
In August, this past August. The inaugural Vegas Songwriter Festival, they had 50 songwriters.
Huh.
With 300 number ones.
Wow.
So we were really, really fortunate. We got to interview some incredibly wonderful, talented, legendary songwriters. Dean Dillon. Huh. You know who Dean Dillon is? Dean Dillon wrote 87 cuts for George Strait, 11 number ones. He wrote The Chair. He wrote Oceanfront Property. He wrote Miami for Keith Whitley. He wrote...
Wow.
It's just incredible.
What an icon of the industry.
We got to interview some really great artists, and we loved Nashville. We've been there twice, but we love Franklin.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't
it? Have you been to Kimbrough's Pick and Parlor?
No, I haven't.
Okay, put it on your list. Kimbrough's Pick. It's a little old house, right from the center of town. You know where there's as you're headed back towards to get on the freeway, it's like 2 blocks from the center of town, turn left, and it's a little old house. You'd think it's going to fall down, but it's cool.
Like a songwriting venue? Or?
Well, it's just they have an open mic on Tuesdays.
Wow.
And we loved it. Like, we went to the Listening Room Cafe and did not get to go to the Bluebird. It wasn't open. Have you played the Bluebird yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Coolest place, man.
Yeah.
It's nostalgic as you walk in there and you're like, oh my God, this is country.
And it's in a strip mall, though. So here during the Songwriter Festival, they set it up. They set up the oh my gosh, House of Blues. They set it up as the Bluebird. So it had the awning on the front and the whole deal. And then they brought in those songwriters, and they had, they'd have songwriter rounds, and they'd have shows all over the hotel, right? And so, but the Bluebird, and they actually had the manager of the Bluebird was here for the event. So we're going to get back out and go to the songwriter, or go to the Bluebird and some of the other songwriter
You'd love it. It's
events there. It's just such a cool place. So, well, how old were you when you picked up the guitar the first time?
I've been playing since I was tiny. Like, I picked this up when I was 11, I think.
Oh, wow.
And so it kind of seems like my thing now. I've just been doing it, and I fell in love with it. My mum gave me the tiniest little guitar. It was like a mini Martin. It looked like it had shrunk and flushed.
Mini Martin.
Mini Martin. And I didn't have a pick guard on it, and it literally had like all this scarring and everything from me just playing it crazy. But I fell in love with it and was so terrible when I first started. But I was just so persistent to learn songs and play them. And now it's my full-time job, which is beautiful. So it's great.
Cool. So are you getting to write with some really cool songwriters in Nashville?
I am. I'm very thankful to be surrounded by some really quality talent there. And it pushes me as a songwriter. Like, I'm challenged to be better and to, be sharper and to write better melodies and push for better ideas. I'm writing with a bunch of legacy people in Nashville at the moment, which is really cool because I feel like just being young, I bring this naive perspective into a writing session where it's very green, I'm experiencing this for the first time. And then to weigh that in with someone who's, done this for 50 years and have their experience and their songwriting.
So can you share some of those songwriters that you had the pleasure of working with?
Yeah, Steve Dean, Michael Delaney, Kirsty Manor, Greg Barnhill, gosh, they're just all great people. Like, everyone there is just so talented. It's like, wow, this is awesome.
we've been really, really blessed to have interviewed. We've probably interviewed 40 plus that have had multiple number ones.
So impressive.
So that's just one. What we love about the songwriter deal is the story that goes with the music.
So cool.
Most people, and you'd be amazed, and maybe you're not. I mean, but how many people think that Luke Bryan wrote all his own music, or that George Strait wrote his music, right? Or John Party, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to meet Bryce Long or Marla Cannon Goodman, both great songwriters, and we've interviewed them on the podcast. I tease Marla that she's my agent because she's helped get me some interviews with some legendary Pam Tillis.
Oh yes, I heard with her recently. She was great.
Yeah, she's a Grammy Award winner and got 9 number ones. We got to interview her because of Marla, Dean Dillon because of Marla. She's just the sweetest, and been a big help for our podcast. So
it's always so beautiful. People who have achieved the most always seem to be so giving and generous, and it's what I love about this industry is people are just so open-hearted.
So who would you like to work with that you haven't had the chance yet?
Ooh,
not just songwriters, even artists.
Even artists. I mean, it's so cliche, but like the top of my list is always going to be like Taylor Swift or Hunter Hayes. I think their artistry is just amazing. I feel they challenge things, and I feel like they're just so multi-talented on different instruments.
Well, I dare you to find someone who's been more successful than Taylor.
Yes, I know it's a big goal to set, but I think she's been someone who's just been very influential in my journey, and it's the kind of thing I would sit in a room and not say a word. I would be shocked to my core. Sure.
Well, so was it a huge culture shock to come from Australia, from a little beach town?
Yes and no. Everyone always asks this. I mean, there's certain things that are crazy different, and there are most things that are pretty similar. I feel like, in general, like, across the board, everyone is raised very similarly, which is crazy to think that I come from 15,000 kilometers away, right, 10,000 miles away, and it's very similar. But I think just culturally, like, different humor. Like, I find some things funny that you guys do not find funny, and vice versa. I mean, I'll crack sarcasm is a massive thing in Australia. Like, every second joke is sarcastic. And in certain parts of America, that's not really well received. And I just look like a bully. I'm like, I'm not being mean, I swear. But aside from that, I mean, like, we'll have Vegemite and stuff like that. And I'm having a great time just making people try that.
You don't actually eat that stuff.
Oh, I love that stuff. Like, I was raised on it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say the food's got to be different. But if you're from a beach town, a lot of seafood where you were at?
Big time. A lot of Asian food too, like sushi and everything is massive there as well.
So yeah, not very many cowboys eat sushi. You know that, right? There's more than we'd like to admit to. I'm not a sushi eater.
Okay.
I'm a mean potatoes guy, right? So born on a potato farm. I tell everybody I'm an Idaho farm boy that always wanted to be a cowboy.
That is so cool.
But yeah, and actually, I was before I started this podcast, I was the brand president for a manufacturing company, and we sold equipment to Australia.
Did you?
For potatoes?
Huh. How sick's that?
Yeah, they grow a lot of potatoes in Australia, believe it or not.
Wow. I didn't know that. I do now, though, so thank you.
Yeah. So, well, so what, ultimately, I mean, your goal is the top of the charts, right? But so how's that look for you?
I mean, my goal is my artistry, first and foremost, and I love writing songs that are about things I'm going through. And I feel like my goal as an artist is always to give a song to someone who's going through something. And I feel like there's something so special about seeing yourself in a song. I mean, I listen to songs about an experience I was going through and I feel so much less alone. And my goal when I'm writing is to write songs like that are going to connect with people. So I think for me, like, it's a matter of writing songs that do connect with people and build that audience that connect with it. And if I can keep doing that and making an impact in that way, I think I'd be completely satisfied, 100%.
Sure. Well, let me ask you this. So are your goals to, when you go to a write, to come out of that write with a song for yourself, or are you hoping to get cuts?
I'm writing for myself mainly. It depends on the session. I mean, we write for different intentions all the time. Sometimes I'm writing for sync, and we're writing for, a movie or something like that. Sometimes we're writing for a different artist when we're with a session with someone else who's an artist. Most of the time I'm writing for myself, but when you're writing with a big writer as well, you're typically writing for cut for their publishing company, and then that will be pitched. Right. So it's kind of interesting, like being in Nashville, before I lived there, I mean, I was coming on writing trips, but I was always writing for my own project. Now I live there, it's like, wow, there's so many different areas to write for, and so many different, I guess, areas of the business I'm being exposed to. So that's been new, but it's also pushing me and challenging me as a writer for sure as well.
Right. Well, so explain to our viewers, because we get asked this a lot. We've learned a lot about the music industry. We've only done this about a little over a year and a half.
Wow.
And so, but most people don't understand how that writes work. We've been to Nashville. I've been to Curb Records. I've actually gone into the writing rooms and I've experienced some writes. And interviewed a ton of songwriters, so we kind of have a better understanding of that. But if you're going into a write with somebody who has a publishing deal, whoever it is, you walk into Curb Records, how's that work for Lily Grace?
For me, I mean, I think, again, it depends. Like, sometimes it depends how the write is presented to the writer. Like, if it's set up through my management, sometimes it'll be like, we need to write songs for Lily's project. Are you keen? And that's the initial plan when we're going into it. We're going to write for my project. But if not, I guess it's kind of assumed that we're writing for cut. So I'll bring in ideas, and the idea is to write a song that then is going to put Lily Grace as a writer on the radar for those people at Curb or people at that publishing company that, oh, this is a strong young writer, she's doing a cool thing. And I guess that's kind of the intent. So it's always my job to have 20 good ideas banked up and lots of, ideas started and things and energy and everything to bring into it to make sure I can put my best foot forward. And so we've got a strong song to pitch that hopefully, just gives a great first impression as well. Sure.
Well, I mean, to go into one of those rights and not have that, I mean, because, I don't think Taylor has ever sat down to write songs to pitch to someone else, but other people have cut Taylor's songs. And I'm trying to remember, Liz Rose, who wrote a lot. Have you met Liz?
I haven't met Liz.
So Liz wrote a lot of. Yeah, Liz wrote a lot of early stuff with Taylor.
She did.
And so we saw her here as well.
Cool.
And Eric Pasley, I don't know if you know Eric. So Eric works with Liz. I think she has her own publishing company now. And so, but we didn't get to interview Liz, but Eric but it's such an interesting business. And it is that. Do you have a goal to schedule so many writes a week? Or it just happens kind of organically? It
depends. I mean, people whose goal is primarily to be a writer, 100%. Like some of them are writing 3 times a day. It's crazy.
Right.
There's a lot of things that go into being an artist as well. I mean, social media, booking, prepping. For me, like, I kind of do 3 or 4 a week tops, and that's kind of all I can handle.
Are you doing your own social media as well, or do you have a team that does that?
I am. I have some girls who help me, but it's still, I'm a big part of the process.
Sure.
So, I mean, filming that and everything is a lot of time, but it's great. I love it. And it's cool that I get to be, hands-on too, because I feel like that helps with the connectability of it. But it varies. When I'm on tour, like, I'm just writing solo because I find it kind of hard to schedule that stuff. When you have interviews and when you're traveling, there's delays. It's just difficult. So, I mean, depending on the season we're in, like, being an artist isn't as regimented and structured as a normal writer would be. Like, even here in Vegas, I've been writing in my hotel room instead. So
really?
Little things like that, just finding time where you can be creative. And sometimes it's different. I mean, when you're on the road, it's about finding an hour where you can just be creative and stuff, and then find another hour here. And sometimes you don't have 5 hours to sit down and lock yourself in a room.
Right,
but that's the cool thing about
it. But so let me ask you this, and I know everyone's different. Early on in your career, you wrote everything by yourself. And probably didn't even really realize early on, obviously, that co-writing was a thing, right?
Yeah.
So, did you when you found a song that you liked on the radio, whether it was from Kelsey Ballerini or from whoever, did you go and look at the songwriting credits on those? Did you?
I did, yeah.
Even from an early age.
When I took my first trip to Nashville, the producer I was working with at the time asked me to make a dream list of songwriters, and that can be as big and crazy as you want it to be. And that's by going through and finding your favorite songs and be like, which songs touch me? How do I love how these songs are written? And writing down those names of people, and then you can find out who those people write with and who do they collaborate with. Sure. And then a step down and just look at kind of circles where you can navigate, because there totally is a hierarchy in that situation. I mean, Liz Rose is, writing so many amazing songs. Like, landing that right is definitely very different. Yeah. It's a very interesting dynamic. Like, before taking trips to Nashville, I was completely in the dark about this. Like, I thought, like, you write a song with your friend and that's the whole thing. But there is so much more to it, which is so amazing. But, I'd say I definitely, like, look up to people and, was looking into who was writing the songs too.
Do you journal? Or
I should more. But no.
That's not part of your daily drill. Right. I
write down ideas when I have them, but I wouldn't say I make intentional time to sit.
So do you carry a journal or a notebook?
I carry a notes app in my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, and as we all do,
Gen Z.
but well, yeah. I still like to put pen to paper occasionally, and I'm not a big writer, but I play, but not great. I've only played for a couple of years, but being around the songwriters, my mind's going all the time. In fact, I was interviewing a songwriter. Singer-songwriter from Montana, Eastern Montana. And I said, Mars, where do you live? And he told me, and he said, well, I live 18 miles from North Dakota and 18 miles from the Canadian border. I said, that sounds like 18 miles from nowhere. And he said, that's a great song title. And I said, well, I want writing credit on that. And he goes, you got it. But anyway, I think all the time about those types of things, but I'm not as good at writing them down because I'm not a songwriter,
No, it's like an antenna. Once you have it up, you can't kick it down. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's always like, oh, that could be an idea, that could be an idea. And sometimes it's the stupidest things that you write down not thinking anything of, and 2 years later, you're like, wait, that could be something so cool.
Well, interestingly enough, here at the Songwriter Festival in August, it was at the Mandalay Bay, those songwriters multiple have said, be careful what you say when songwriters are around, because you're liable to hear your life on the radio. Yeah. Because now Dean used to go sit in bars, like pick a dark corner. Right. And just listen to people talk.
So cool, hey.
And, what a better place to get ideas.
It's great.
So
inspiring.
But no, that's cool. Well, play me something really quick. So
yes, I'd love to.
We've I know you've got a set to go to, so we got about 10 more minutes.
Fantastic.
But play me something. Set it up, yeah.
Okay, this one of my songs is called Give Me That. This one is about, I was writing in a period where I was just chasing everything music-wise, which I love, but wasn't making much time for anything else. So it's about wanting to step outside of that for a second and live your life a little bit too. Alarm starts ringing like a rooster singing, pull the covers back over my head. I'll chase my plans with the chronic, and I wanna lie here dreaming instead. I wonder what it's like to live with no strings left to grab life by the moment. Take a leap and just believe whatever hits me, I'm on it. Give me that full moonlight. Party crowd breathing their hands up high. Find a boy, grab his hands, spinning all night, dancing to a street beat. Keep on going with the careful life, burning bright, running free like fireflies. Red dirt kids living like high rider, renegade hearts trying to be a songwriter. Give me that, 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 yeah. Working on the weekend, every minute I spend pushing it to the edge. Caught up in the crazy, always chasing the me I wanna be in my head. I wonder what it's like to live with no strings left to grab life by the moment. Take a leap and just believe whatever hits me, I'm on it. Give me that full moonlight. Party crowd breathing their hands up high. Find a boy, grab his hands, spending all night, listen to a street band. Keep on going with the cut the light, burning bright, running free like fireflies. Red dirt kids living like high riders, renegade hearts trying to be songwriter. Give me that, 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 yeah. Give me that full moonlight. Party crowd raising their hands up high. Find a boy, grab his hands, spending all night dancing to a street band. Give me that full moonlight. Party crowd raising their hands up high. Find a boy, grab his hands, spending all night dancing to a street band. Keep on going with the cut the light, burning bright, floating free like fireflies. Red dirt kids feeling like high riders, renegade hearts trying to be songwriters. Give me that, 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 yeah. Yay!
Awesome, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
You are a hell of a guitar player.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
You know what? I'm impressed because, I'm amazed at the songs that have just 3 to 5 cowboy chords, C, G, D, E, A minor.
I tell you what, Byron, I got a tour slot opening for Orianthi. Do you know who Orianthi is?
No.
She was Michael Jackson's guitarist.
Oh,
back in the
wow.
day. So she was like insane. Like she shreds like nothing else. And she has that song, According to You, I'm Stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's her. And I got the support slot. And when I tell you, like, she is like the epitome of female guitarist. Like insane. I called my guitar teacher. I was like, okay, awesome news and terrible news. Like, I'm opening for Orianthi on her Australian tour, but I'm opening for Orianthi on her Australian tour. Like, I need you to teach me some chops. And I locked myself in a bedroom for like 2 weeks. I was like, I need to get this stuff together so I can just carry myself a little bit on the stage. Yeah.
Well, there's some great guitarists, and I can't tell you his name, but a great guitarist just passed away this week. And he played. He was in the Blues Brothers band, but they said next to Jimi Hendrix, he was probably now, there's some great guitarists out there, and I love to watch someone who knows how to play the guitar. It just really makes them talk, and I'm impressed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's very sweet.
Yeah, that's, and I won't say what somebody said. Who was it? I interviewed somebody and they said, somebody told me, they said, yeah, you played pretty good for a girl. Then she goes, but they didn't say for a girl. So I was really, I really appreciate that. So, but no, that you play well. You play well. What brand of guitar is that?
It's a Fennec. They're made literally in my hometown of Australia. They're the most beautiful people, the most beautiful guitars. They're all handmade.
Wow.
She's all the way from Gold Coast, Australia to Vegas now. So
wow. I bet there's probably not another one in Vegas today.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They're beautiful though. I'm always showing and telling with her. I'm like, look at my baby. She's so cute.
Yeah. Well, that's always fun, and I love guitars, and so
Fantastic.
we just they all have their own unique sound. I got to play, we stayed at a hotel in the Elizabeth Hotel in Fort Collins, Colorado, which is a musically themed hotel.
Okay.
They have turntables in every room.
Cool.
So they have vinyl all over the hotel. You just go pull a couple vinyls and bring them in and play them. But they also have guitars that they loan out. They had a Martin D28 and they had a Gibson J45, a 1950.
Man.
And they let me take it. I had it in my room for
Insurance
3 days. No insurance. I didn't have to do anything. Just fill out a piece of paper. They just let you take it to the room. So I of course they had my credit
This is the
card
kind of
for the
hotel I
room.
need to stay at. Gee.
Yeah, but what a cool deal. So,
Man.
So I like to ask this question. You haven't been here a long time, and you've got to play around a little bit. But you have a favorite venue that you found in the United States?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I put them all out. Honestly, one of my favorites has been Stoney's in Vegas. It's such a fun time. Every time you play there, the crowd just line dancing the entire time, and the energy is up, which is fantastic. Aside from that, like I'd say, it's iconic, but the Bluebird is just so special. I mean, you can hear a pin drop in there. It's beautiful.
Well, there's nothing like a live music experience. That's what I was telling Presley Aronson. I can listen to your music on Spotify. Yeah. But there's no replacing this.
No way.
A live music experience. And it's hard to explain that to people. Some people just don't get that. They go, well, what's the big deal? No, it's a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
It's a big deal.
To us, at least.
Yeah. So, and to watch someone play the guitar and to play it so well that even if you made a mistake, you didn't know. I wouldn't know you made a mistake. So, not that you did.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, cool. So, the other question I like to ask everyone is, who would you like to work with, dead or alive? Actually, I'm going to ask you both, dead and alive.
Gosh.
So, someone historical.
I always get asked these questions, and I need to think of cool answers to have them banked for it. But honestly, someone I've looked up to just musicality-wise, I think Michael Jackson is just someone who has pushed his artistry so much in the way he's strived for excellence with it. I think that is just incredibly inspiring. Alive as well, I also think Beyonce is fantastic. I think just her live stage shows, the amount of effort, time, and everything she puts into them is just insane.
Sure.
And I just love how she fights to make that insane as well.
Sure. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, good answers.
Yay!
No, I love them. It's always interesting to hear everyone's take on it because I think of Prince. What a talented artist. True. My gosh, But anyway, well, cool. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
I so appreciate you having me.
It's been fun. It's been fun, and I have to tell you. So I have a granddaughter named Journey Grace.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. So, and that was my wife Shanda's grandmother was Grace.
Oh my God.
So
that's
anyway,
so cool.
But is that your last name?
It's
That's
my
just
middle name.
Your middle name. Mm-hmm. So
artist name.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool.
Yes.
Well, thanks again. I know you got to go get to your set.
I so appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you coming and sitting down with us. Enjoyed it.
Sorry. Thank you so much.
No worries. Hey, from Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host, Byron Duffin. We are at the Rio Roundup at the Rio Hotel Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm here with Lily Grace. We'll see y'all somewhere down the road. Adios for now. Today's episode of Musical Miles Podcast is brought to you by Roper Apparel and Footwear. Whether you're chasing songs, loading gear, or standing front row at a live show, Roper blends Western tradition with modern comfort and style. Built tough, worn proud, and ready for every mile. Roper, wear the West.